Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the host of the No BS Coaching Advice podcast here on Anchor.fm. If you've always wanted to start a podcast, Anchor makes it ridiculously easy to do it. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. And best of all, it's completely free and ridiculously easy to use. I know I've used two other services. One was very expensive, like $700 a month expensive, until I realized I was getting hosed, and now it costs me much less, but it still costs me. Another service that's inexpensive, but it still costs me. Again, it's 100% free. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. I do no BS coaching advice here, and it is a breeze. I can record on my laptop. I can record live off my phone. Again, very, very easy to use. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. This is the No BS Coaching Advice Podcast, episode 136. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I like to spend a little time talking on Monday about some aspect of life, the universe, and everything, and I confess to being a little punchy today. I was on a flight yesterday back from New York where I was visiting with my son and celebrating my mother-in-law's birthday, and I was up early and he couldn't quite get himself up, so I was kind of racing to Newark Airport to catch a flight, and it was nip and tuck. They got me on, but there were a bunch of us who were having problems being there on time, and it was kind of stressful. And then today, like yesterday, wound up being up early because my body clock was a bit of a mess, and I thought I would do something a little different today and start off with a bit of a visualization that I think you'll enjoy. And what I want you to do is just relax for a moment with your eyes closed and take a deep breath and exhale slowly. One more deep breath and exhale slowly. And as you take the third breath, I want you to imagine a hand on your left shoulder. And as you look back over that left shoulder, you see your father's hand. If you're adopted, it can be your biological father, who you may or may not know. It could be the father from the family that's raised you. And over his shoulder is his father with a hand on that man's left shoulder. And as far back as you can see, every man in the lineage that's preceded you is there. And now continue and just feel a hand on your right shoulder. And it's all the moms. First your mother, birth or adoptive, either way is fine. As far back as you can see, all the women in your lineage. Hand on the person that has followed them. And if you have children, imagine you have a hand on their shoulder. Just imagine for a second the history that's preceded you. All the individuals in your family that have preceded you and who now follow you. And I want to remind you, the fact that you're on this planet at this time is not an accident. You are the product of all those generations that preceded you, as far back as time immortal. You are here now to do something special. Use it well, because a lifetime is not a long time. We spend way too much time making comparisons between ourselves and others. And in making those comparisons, most of the time when we do it, I can assure you, we're not showing ourselves looking real well, do we? We always look like we're at the short end of the stick. One of the thoughts that comes to mind is, they did well. They took off. They've done phenomenally. And here I am, stuck where I've always been. Never growing, yada, yada, yada. Say, punishment. We look like failures, losers by comparison. They're not so successful. They're having the same thoughts too. But none of these individuals, no comparison that you make is really going to be useful to you. All that happens is you diminish yourself. And even if you're in the same place as you think you were, it's never too late to start over. I don't care how old you are. It's never too late to start over. You can always do things differently. There are many well-meaning people who think they're helping you by telling you all the things that you can't do. Oh, that's going to be so hard. Oh, it's going to be painful and difficult. Oh, so many problems. And the fact of the matter is, that's their stuff. You may be the person who's able to do it, right? And I'll just say to you that don't let anyone ever tell you you can't, because you might. You might be able to do it. You might be able to thrive under those circumstances. And their opinion's valueless. How many people have told so many business leaders that their idea was stupid and ridiculous? Let's go to one of the classics, the pet rock. People make money. People have pleasure doing remarkable and insane things. And they're to be celebrated. They are to be celebrated for the courage to stand in the face of all the individuals who told them no. You can be one of those persons who is told no and says, just maybe, try maybe instead and give it a shot. Why not? Why not, really? Why can't you try? So now that you have this idea, what I want you to do is take action. Forge while the iron is hot. Try something. Take a step. It may not work, but so what? You think thinking about it is going to get you anywhere? And I must tell you, you're not really thinking about it. You're procrastinating. It's not like you're sitting in a chair going, should I really do this? No, you're going to work. You're spending time talking to your family. You may think about it for 13 seconds, 9 seconds, 1 minute. Big deal. This is thinking about it. The only way you really know is by trying, by taking action, by doing something that puts you out there, because otherwise nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. Great old saying, better ever than never. You try. But if you don't try, there's a never in there. If the people who preceded you in your lineage never tried, you'd never be there, right? So you always want to be putting out an effort and trying. Just give it a shot. Why not? So that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you listen to the show. Just subscribe so you get downloads whenever I release a new episode. Each show is going to be bite-sized morsels of advice just like today's. I hope you enjoyed it, and I do hope you subscribe. And if you do choose to subscribe, I hope you decide to support the show. There's a link that will take you to anchor.fm where you can make a pledge in support of the show. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in my coaching you, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to the show. I just happen to like knowing I'm helping some folks. And once we're connected, message me about your interest in coaching. We'll set up a free call. We'll get acquainted, see if it makes sense. I'll be back soon with more. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care. Time for